enough. Other rappers is delirious. Yeah, it's really that serious. Better holler if you really feeling me. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna live in abundance. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna. I gotta keep it 100. We gotta stop all the stunting. You know we coming from nothing. Yo, you talking about money, you bluffing. We gotta do something different. We gotta change how we live in. We gotta do better for women. We gotta do better for children. We gotta listen to victims, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter your religion. You gotta stand against the system, or else you just another villain. How you just sitting there chilling?
Elm City, we here. I got my boy in the building. I've been on stage with this man.
Yes, sir.
I learned a lot in the rap game when I was with this man, bro. Shouts out to AMN. First of all, any means necessary. This guy right here is the architect of that movement. And let me tell you something. When you talk about being a go-getter and always having songs and stuff like that, and people always talk about local artists, you are one of the people I always bring up, bro. Because
I appreciate that. Big time.
Yo, you got consistency. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You got to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially the people that surround me. I got to make sure they consistent too. So
yeah,
when it looks like I ain't working, they working. And sometimes I try to be behind that. So
Word. Because let me introduce you real quick, because I'm going across my head real quick. This is Tony Grams from Elm City.
Yes, sir.
Rapper, entrepreneur. What else? Like the dude.
Whatever you want to put, as long as it's positive. Stand-up guy, comedian.
Stand-up guy, nice guy.
What I mean? Whatever type of title you want to put onto it.
Funny,
as long as it's positive. I'll take that.
So, my guy, bro.
Yes, sir.
We had I met KR. Have you met KR? He a rapper around here, old school from back in the day.
I'm not sure. I got to put a face to it.
I met him on Stella Blues and stuff like that.
Okay.
When I pulled up to see Jahan Nostra, I'm actually wearing his gear. Jahan Nostra had said something very, very, very important, and I want to know if because you collaborate with a lot of people, and I want to know like how you move when you come to the city and stuff like that. He said you got to check in. That term "check in," a lot of people see that it's like a egregious term in a way. Like you got to check in with the gang members, something like trick or something. Am I allowed to say trick like that? So but it's like he meant checking in with artists that built staples in their cities and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that.
What I get from that is, when an artist, like if I'm from New Haven and I'm telling another artist that's from Bridgeport or whatever to check in, you know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of people say people don't support nobody. Well,
right.
Don't nobody know that you coming. So, you know what I mean? Like us being artists and stuff like that, when we go out do shows, showcases, or if you are an artist, the best thing you should be doing is networking and stuff like that. So if that's what you're doing, then, you know what I mean, you should want to get in communication with those artists that, that's building that foundation right now in Bridgeport or New Haven and stuff like hey,
right.
I'm coming down to perform. Come check me out.
Right.
And that just builds bigger relationships, and that get us connected.
Right.
Versus us just saying, you know what, I'm gonna go perform in Bridgeport today, and then I'm gonna make sure I'm the hottest thing out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's never to that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'd rather build and connect than to want to outdo everybody.
Yeah. Exactly. See, now that's exactly where I was going with, because when somebody saw the video on TikTok, they mentioned check in like in a negative way, and I was like trying to explain to him, no, that's not how it is. Yeah. And a lot of artists, especially that are like on the grind like yourself and stuff like that, you guys are more in tune to the streets. Jahan Nostra is from Stanford, and he's able to pull artists from any city where he's at. And then wherever you travel, like you say, you was in ATL, you was like getting connections and stuff like that. Everywhere you go, you getting connections. But for some reason, a lot of artists don't want to do that, and they just want to go and build and build on their own. And then they be like, man, I'm not moving this enough. I'm not getting this enough attention on stuff. I was like, bro, you got a network. It comes with being independent. Honestly,
absolutely. It's I feel like nowadays it's how we used to do those showcases. We used to kill them.
Right.
Bridgeport, Waterbury, Hartford. We was killing all of them.
Yo, he'll pack the car too.
And,
right?
you know what I mean? I used to come to a showcase. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who was the guy?
Jonathan Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Shouts
shout out to him.
He put me
Haven't
on the
seen him in a while.
podcasting first, by the way.
But it depends on what type of artist you are. You know what I mean? You could be one of those artists that just show up at a showcase and they be like, hey, try to bring 5 people, and you bring exactly 5 people. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean, you could say, yo, listen, you know what? I know it's a showcase and I know it's Monday.
Yeah.
But like I did, I came 5 cars deep.
Right. Yeah.
I came 5 cars deep because at the same time, those 5 cars worth of people
Right.
that, you know what I mean, that's coming, you know what I mean, they get where I'm trying to go. And if I got them in the crowd, those other people that's in the crowd are gonna go along with that too.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean, they're gonna feel connected to it. A lot of artists nowadays, they just cocky. They cocky, so
I didn't want to use that word.
it's not.
but
it is. It's like they don't want to learn from nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they cocky to the point where they can go to a showcase or they can go perform over here and they ain't gonna build with nobody because they think that they that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You ain't really nobody until, you know what I mean, your pockets is really fat and you really eating off of it.
Right.
And if you ain't, then you know what I mean, you should want to eat. So
Yeah, and dude, like it's facts. I mean, I used to like, I did a few shows with him, man. I even, well, I mean, what we did Waterbury, we did Bridgeport a few times.
it was crazy. Not to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
But it was crazy, and I remember I told you.
Yeah.
Remember when we was doing those showcases, and I was coming with all those people,
Yeah.
and they used to tell us, you know what I mean, if you bring a certain amount of people, you don't have to pay to perform and stuff like that. You know, it was some stuff like that.
Yeah.
I made them pay me. Remember? I was like, yo, I got all these people, and I mean, you gonna pay me tonight, and they paid me. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's because, you know what I mean, they know that, you know what I mean, and it became to the point where it's like, it became basic, like, hey, you know, you bring 5 people, you get 5 minutes on the stage, everybody get in for $10 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I switched it up, and I had 25 people. They say, yo, how much time do you want? So how much do you want me to pay you off of this?
Yeah, and the community was strong too. I mean, like
It
you
was
was building
strong.
with Var City, you
It was
was
strong.
building with Lady B and all them and stuff like that. Like, and what's great is that like you even was just collabing with anybody that was
Everybody.
available. You was like, where the studio at? You pulled up to my dude David house, which I'm not gonna lie, yo, I love you, David, but we kind of did our boy like dirty on that track, man. That track was effed up. but
mean,
but
you
you
know,
took it
you know-
and you was like, all right, whatever and
You know
shit.
what I mean? Let me tell you something. I never complained. You know what I mean? I never complained. You know what I mean? It was because I remember when I was doing it. You know, I never really took it serious. You know, and I was doing it. Me and my boy. You know, shout out to my boy Jones. But we was doing it from a computer with a computer mic. You know what I mean? So we know how grimy quality could be, and to
Right.
the point where you really start investing in yourself.
Right. I mean, and that's what it's all about, learning too. Because if you f up a lot and stuff like that, you should be able to like learn from your mistakes and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Like the reason why I'm bringing this up to give like a ground to the audience to understand that like you to me shows an example of what independent local artists should be doing. If you know what I mean, because a lot of people. They can't really. It's a skill, They can't really be as diligent and ready to network and make moves like that. They need somebody to do it for them.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to do both. You got to be either a manager, or you just be an artist looking for a manager.
I feel like it's that, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's more so on you knowing your part. sometimes, it's like for instance, I deal with Dark Crystal Entertainment, and AMN. But she had many different artists, and then it became a point in time where all these different groups from New Haven, Stanford, we had this big. How can I say it? It was huge. It's like maybe like 30 of us,
Right.
but it's like 6 different teams there. You know what I mean? Under one label, which they call Rough House. You know what I mean? So now it's like, if you wasn't comfortable with taking a back seat, then you'll start taking things personal. That's just like how the stuff is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may, because there was a point in time when I was recording and I was mixing down and I was getting on shows and I was being an artist and I was being a manager. But at the same time, you know what I mean? It was plenty of times where I had to take the back seat and just be like, yo, listen, let's do that. It's like me making a song, you making a song, we on the same group, but your song is hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your song is, it could be pushed better than
Right.
what I got right now.
Yeah.
I got to take the back seat, and I got to support you on that.
That's
You don't have that.
Yeah.
You don't have that.
We don't have that support.
I
I would say the musician community.
It's really lack of it.
Yeah.
Really lack of it. Especially
Why you think
when
that though? Why you think that?
the average person. Why should I sit in the back seat? That's the first question. That's for one, and for two, it's people think that people gonna change. So it's either you got in the back of your mind that this person gonna blow up and they gonna change and they gonna put me on, or you know what I mean, I want to be the first one to get it done.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And if you move like that, you ain't going nowhere.
Nah.
You ain't going nowhere. You got to trust the process.
And I think people also gotta like shut this off sometimes, their ego, because
big
I've
part.
seen artists, they act like they're at a spot where they're not, and I don't want to tell them because I do all the things. I don't just be a musician or write songs. I'm actually trying to book shows as well too when I was grinding with the band. So I'm just like telling them like, bro, nobody's gonna mesh with you if you got this egotistical mindset.
Absolutely.
Nobody.
Your own
Especially
people around
if you ain't selling.
Your own people around you going to be like, yo, listen, I'm scared to tell you if this song back. Because you might tell me, no, it is good. You hating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those should be the first critics.
Yeah.
Like I like to, I'll criticize my music all the time. You know what I mean? The first time I make it, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I like this. So I don't just make a song and just pull it out tomorrow. You know what I mean? I make a song, I sit on it, I listen to it, I give it to a couple of my real friends that's going to, tell me exactly how they feel about it. As soon as they say, oh, yeah, about this part right here, and I take it in, and I'm, you're right. No, these are my words. Ain't nobody going to change my words. But the way that I express it, you know what I mean? That's the type of feedback that I need.
Right.
Like, yo, listen, I feel like this part right here is real deep, but you should go harder on it.
Yeah. And
You know what I mean?
you
So-
even told me sometimes, you like, bro, you not street, bro. Like, why you
gotta
remember
do
you
that.
told me that?
Yeah, I told you. We was in Oakheim Born Leader Studio, and you know what I mean. I get where it's going because you know what I mean. I'm from the streets.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know what I mean. You was trying to jump on it. I'm like, yo, bro, stick to you.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
right.
Stick to you. Like, you know what I mean, it's okay. You know what I mean. And you know what I mean. But when you stick to you, like, I believe that's your comfortable music.
Yeah.
Because my comfortable music, the stuff that I've been through, the stuff that helped me get through a lot of different things,
Right.
I didn't want to put out because it was personal.
Right.
You know what I mean? But versus the music that I do put out, they like that better,
Yeah.
and they feel like they can relate to that more.
How do you pick your beats? Cause let's get into your joints real quick. How do you pick your beat? How your beat selection go? Do you like pull from different engineers, or do you buy from a soul person? Because I noticed that you're more of like with your flow, you're more versatile.
Exactly.
And you're lyrical as well too. And you can do both. You don't have to be lyrical. You can also be using the
Basic.
auto tune and basic, and you have different tools to pull with. A guy that works with me that heard your music, he only heard your joints for women. So he was just saying, "Oh, Grams, yeah, I heard him, but like he only just be like for the girls and shit like that." And I'm like, "But have you heard this? Have you heard this and shit like that?" He was like, "Oh, he get because you know he a street dude, so he only heard one thing from you, and he just assumed that's how you be." And I was trying to explain to him like, "Nah, he versatile. Like check this out, shit like that."
Exactly.
But like that was a big question. But like, how does the process go with the beat?
It really, it really comes with me because I've been songwriting for so long. So I like to songwrite. I got a whole catalog full of like music that I just make, and like some of the artists that I do, I mean, we got a little confidentiality that I ain't gonna put out there, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's because like me songwriting. I try to look deeper into the beats. Like when I don't just say, yo, you know what, today I want to make a song or something like that. It just come. Like, it just be those times. I mean, I be listening to like different beats and that I have, or I got many people that send me beats and stuff. They send me samples of what they got, and then I'll be like, yo, you know what, this one right here, this is how I'm feeling today. You know what I mean? So I start writing to it, and then I contact that person, and we just make shit happen.
Word. Yeah, because there's a lot of rappers that can't get out of staying in one
100%.
part, and it's all right.
100%.
It is all right. I'm not knocking it at all. I think that it's fine if you know what you're great at and you stick to it. But I gotta give kudos to people also that are able to like switch around and stuff like that, because in this type of market, you see Drake's not switching his genre up because he wants to. He's doing it because it looks lucrative. Yeah.
To make some money.
But you got to know how to
top.
do it. Right.
So, what I mean? When, staying in that one lane, it just gets you but so far. And if that's what you comfortable with, then go ahead.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't even necessarily mean that you have to just stay in that lane for your go in different lanes for yourself. Like you doing pop songs or something like that. Like maybe you may be a great pop songwriter, and maybe you should develop an artist under you and say, yo, you know what, put this out,
Right.
or put that out. You know what I mean? That's still you at the end of the day. But you know what I mean? Look at J.E. I mean, not Jagged Edge, but Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He said he don't even like R&B like that. You know what I mean? I was watching one of his
Crazy that he
interviews.
said that,
though. But look at all the hits that he
Right.
made.
That's why
But
I'm
then
shocked.
when he broke it down. He said, "Yo, listen, if you rap those lyrics, that's a rapper.
Right.
But Usher is just a singer.
Right.
So I mean, it kind of clicks in your head. Like, you know what I mean? I think that, R&B songs, it really do come from, like, hip-hop artists. You know what I mean? But it's just slower down, and, it's a singer singing it. So.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people, you know what I mean? Maybe some of the stuff, like, I like to get into concepts with songs. Like, I don't want to just talk about anything. Like, you know what I mean? I want to get into a concept to the point, like, where it's like, you got a vision for it now. Versus people that are just saying, yeah, I'm going to go grab that, switch it up, bang that down, and, you know what I mean? It gets boring.
Yeah.
You're going to have 10 songs of the same thing?
Nah, you don't want to do that.
I need to make music like I feel like one of my songs, and it ain't being cocky, but it's admiring, some of the things I got going on. But
Right.
my new project, Antisocial, that I just threw out there as a mixtape, on all major platforms.
On all platforms, right?
All platforms.
All platforms. I just
Antisocial.
found out. I gotta go listen to it.
Yeah, you got some. But it's on Pandora, so when I go to the gym, I just got back into the gym, so. A couple songs that I like come on, and then one of my songs come on, Legacy. And I'm like, dang, I like this song in the gym because it give me that push, that oh yeah, you know what I mean? So
I like that.
music like that, like, I mean, that's what I like. But if I can't, I don't want to listen all day like some shoot 'em up, bang bang bang. Just shot him 10 weeks ago, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yo.
I mean,
some people love that shit, but
something.
it's not going to sell
Let's talk about
as
something.
much. Yeah, you
And
got to
you
have other talk about.
You gotta really be talking about something.
Yeah.
I mean, because, it changed. Everything changed,
Yeah.
It went from, Dipset to G Unit, you know what I mean? That's different music.
Yeah.
Fab's consistent, but, he's not talking about killing everybody. in the
Yeah.
street.
Fab has very, very strong work ethic. He's
Absolutely.
always dropping projects. He doesn't care if he's hitting Billboard. He'll hit Billboard, but you'll see
He'll
like
never run out
20
of
other
gas.
songs, right?
He'll never
before-
run out of gas. He'll never run out of gas because
Like
the
that
thing is,
summer tape song and shit is
exactly. You got everybody that's speeding. You know what I mean? Speeding to the end of their joint to it ain't even start yet.
Right.
And it's already over.
just yeah,
But Fab just strolling straight through every different type of generation that's coming in.
yeah.
Right now it's a drill generation. So.
Right now, yeah. This
And he's
is your
still
time.
speeding through it.
Yeah,
Now I'd rather listen to Fab than to listen to some of the drill music.
yeah. I can't with the drill.
I mean, some of it's good, you know, some of it is just like, all right. So
Yo, let me tell you, man. I think that I think that song "Sacrifice"
oh yeah.
is one of the hardest
It's
on
different.
that YouTube
It's
YouTube
different.
channel, bro.
That's actually on Antisocial.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what you were talking about being
That's one
anti.
of
Oh, it's on the out.
Antisocial.
Okay, got you. Yeah, man.
Sacrifice is definitely crazy.
You
And
wrote
it-
you wrote to that beat, or you already had like a structure or what you was gonna do.
Yo, that right there, I was going through something.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I feel like all my music that, you know what I mean? Like I told you, I don't just wake up and be like, yo, listen, I'm going to go write today. You know what I mean? I may be having a hard day at work. And I may say, yo, you know what? Instead of, you know, taking it out on the world, let me take it out on these words real quick. And,
Right.
You know what I mean? And I get to it. Like I listen to different beats and stuff like that. And then it's always like, it's like you connected to Bluetooth. It's like, boom, that's it.
Yeah,
I take it, I vibe to it, and then it just happened.
dude. I think because I heard the pain in it. I'm sorry, I'm getting a text message and shit like that from the guy. I think that the way that you also like your delivery and stuff, you're very good at showing that emotion. I got a feeling on that and stuff like that. I had to put that on repeat because I was like trying to get a good part and stuff. Like, did you feel like relieved after you put that out?
I did. I did. That was actually like a deep verse. It was the second verse. I was going, like, if you really listen to it, I was really going through something at that point in time where, you know, I try to, you know, do something different. I try to do something different as far as, like, relationship-wise and try to give up the hoes. And I gave up the hoes for a hoe. You know, so it was like, I don't know, it was something like not name calling, like, hey, look, you did me dirty or you did me dirty or something like that. But it was just like, you know what I mean? You know, a little switch up, but, you know, those type of feelings into it at the same time. So, you know.
Oh, Kenny. I think Kenny think I'm somebody else. Hey, Kenny. Oh, it's me. It's me from yeah. Yeah, you good, bro.
This dude on the phone.
That's gonna get cut out. Anyway, let's get back to it. Cause like what's happening basically is he thought I was somebody else, so he's
Yeah.
like waiting at the door for somebody, but I'm right here. I feel bad. I'm like, damn, I gotta answer that because I don't want to ignore that. Usually I ignore. So
No doubt. So
I might actually put that at the beginning and whatever. Anyway, I think it'll be funny. But anyway, dude, back to the sacrifice song and with the females. You know, a lot of red pill. So this is why I wanted to bring it up because I wanted to know your perspective. I'm like, the red pill industry. You know what I mean? It's an industry now, even though they're getting regulated at the Don himself died. I love that guy. Rest in peace. What was his name? Fuck, I can't think of his name right now because every time when the camera's on, my mind go blank on fucking names and shit. But everyone knows what I'm talking. Kevin Samuels. He dies, and then we have the Donald Trump of Red Pill just come out of nowhere, Andrew Tate and shit like that, and that brother banned on everything, Uber, all that. But the reason why I'm asking because when it comes to women and stuff like that, you know, a lot of dudes saying like, you know, they got this high value man type of mindset saying like, you should be getting all these girls, get a vasectomy, then you could redo the vasectomy later on after you like established in life and stuff like that. What do you think about the red pill movement. I feel like there's some good things about it, and then there's also some antichrist, just straight up like he get a big platform and he just says some wild shit 24/7, not really helping our young men out at all. If you pay attention to, I don't know if you actually dabble into like the Fresh and Fits.
I know a little bit about it, and you know, it's like, you know, it's some of those. I'm like one of those type of guys, like when, you know, something that's going on, that, you know what I mean, it's not gonna, you know what I mean, control or affect anything I got going on.
Right.
I try not to pay it no mind at all.
That's a good mindset.
So, you know, so that, you know, that definitely be something that I just walk by from. So, you know what I mean? I don't judge anybody. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to change how they feel about any of that stuff. But, you know, I don't pay it no mind.
Yo, the only reason why I'm so stuck with it is because at my job, that's all they fucking talk about, bro. All the men, they be talking about what these red pill dudes be doing and shit. And I'll be like, yo, y'all grown. Y'all older than these dudes, man. You really think they got the key to life, really? Like,
Nah.
We can move on to the next question. I love that.
Next one.
He's like,
yo, you're gonna have to get your little buzzer, so whenever somebody want to answer, man, skip that.
No, I saw the look on your face. You was like, "Why are you asking me this cap shit right now?" But you know, hey, look, I'm saying, man, that's why I listen to the material and I think of questions and stuff, and I bring them out. Dude, the track On the Floss, I think that's one of your highest. You got like 1,000 views. I should have put the numbers, On the Floss. And then you got Tweak.
Tweak is a good one. Matter of fact, my highest view is Sticks and Drums.
Oh shit, I missed that one. See,
Sticks and Drums. That's one of the highest ones.
I heard that one too. Yep.
It's unfortunately with that song, it's a lot that happened. We were shooting a video of it. Mm-hmm. Really good song. Me and shout out to D Nice.
Nice.
It's his birthday too, so.
Happy birthday, D Nice.
We've been doing a whole lot of different projects, and there was this one beat that somebody gave me. They was like, "Yo, I think." Matter of fact, Moneybags. He was putting all over like I think Twitter. It was like a track, and he wanted people to put like verses on it and stuff. And D Nice came up to me. He was like, "Yo, you should do a verse for this." I said, "No." I said, we all going, everybody gonna do thousands and thousands of verses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, for the song, and they probably already got who they want.
Right.
So we was just listening to it, and it was one day we was trying to find a beat because I wanted to hear it again, and we came across this beat, and couldn't find out it was one of my friends. Rest in peace, Scott. So I listened to it, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, "Yo, this beat, like, you know, when it first came on, it's what it is." I was like, "Let's do this." So it gave me kind of like a money bag type of feel and stuff and everything. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'd rather do this than do that." You know, so I got in contact with Scott. I was like, "Yo, listen, let's do something." And he didn't really want to sell me the beat. He was like, "Yo, come on, man, let's like let's make it work." You know, I gave it to somebody else because I leased it out.
Right.
But I don't really want to sell, you know, the entire rights for it. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So we ended up making a song. He loved it. And we started shooting a video. And unfortunately, he passed. So we couldn't ever even get the whole video out.
Oh, okay.
I got snippets of it on my TikTok.
Yeah.
So, but we couldn't even finish the video.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but you got you just got the song out.
I just got the audio out. I got snippets of the video that we started. It's on my TikTok and I believe IG. My IG is Tony Grams _ Z, not the S, please.
No.
TonyGramz.
Yeah.
_
Don't put S.
Make sure you follow me and don't put the S.
D Nice, was he New Haven?
New Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from New Haven.
How many artists have you worked with so far? Like, if you could think of a number.
You got
like,
time? I work with so many. So this is my thing.
Right.
I'm one of those dudes that I would go alone. I go with people wherever I go. You know what I mean? Every time I travel, I meet somebody. I meet somebody there because I'm really talkative and I got this personality where people, it's either they think that I'm funny, or they be like, yo, you dress like you're a rapper or a drug dealer. so I kind of get that a lot. So and then we go from there, and then no matter how many people I talk to, like I can go to. Like one day when I went to South Carolina, maybe like I believe 4 months ago. I went to South Carolina, and I went to this bar. I visited my cousin out there, but I went to this bar while he was at work. I didn't even know what bar it was. I just Ubered. I say, you know what, closest bar. Boom, let me go there. All right. Word. So I get there, and it's people at the bar, and I'm listening. I got music on Apple Music. I'm like, shit, I'm here. Having a nice time, kind of nice. Let me just start, networking with people and see how that goes. So everybody that was next to me, and made them laugh, got them comfortable. I was like, oh, yeah. I do music and stuff like that. And then I just started showing them some of the videos that I got going on. They'd be like, oh, okay, where you from? And I say, New Haven. And they always said, is that New York? I'm like, no, it's Connecticut.
Y'all gotta stop doing that shit,
it's
by
Connecticut.
the way.
Right? It's Connecticut.
They think we're country over here,
so,
bro.
So long story short, after I'm harassing them, so it's funny because I'm like, yo, listen, you can download the song right now. He's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna download it. You didn't do it yet. No, I'm like, no, download it now. Let me see. You know what I mean? And but it gets to that point where hopefully 10 people that I done shoved that song on or these songs on, at least one listen. You know what I mean? And it became to the point where when I go visit like family and stuff like that, I'm like, yo, you got anybody that know how to rap down here? They be like, oh, yo, my boy, he got a studio over there. All right, cool, boom. I end up going to the studio. I meet somebody there or one of his friends and stuff like that, and I make a song. Hell, I ain't even hear none of the songs yet. But, I got a song with them down there or whoever it is, so. I try to make it like that. So it's people that I don't even know.
And so are these people you just walk into? Like you don't meet nobody off the internet. Be like, yo, let's work when I pull up to your city. Or
absolutely. I got a few people. One of the things that I do like doing is like I like going to like showcases that they be having in DC, Atlanta, or whatever. And it's easy to get it for any artist that's out there that really want to maximize what they got going on as far as like performing wise and stuff. Yeah. But I met one person from the United Kingdom. His name is 13. Really good guy, man. The dude can sing his ass off. He's a songwriter too. Right. And we made a few songs, and two of the songs that I really like, it was for the women too. So.
Word. And they not wrong having tracks for the ladies, man.
Let me tell you something. It's the best music. It's the best music. Right? You know what I mean? That's the best music. I don't know why people be getting... I can go street. But I can't listen to that going to work in the morning. That's going to be my attitude all day. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Somebody going to say the wrong thing and I'm going to go grab the switches. I don't want to do that. I want to think about, holding my lady or something. You know what I mean? Great day after work, you know what I mean? Holding my lady. You know what I mean? So I want that positive type of energy. Right. So it's different vibes. Mm-hmm. And then I got somebody in Chicago, his name Jamel Pierre. He's dope artist. Look him up. Jamel Pierre. Really dope. And he made different music from what 13 made. So they both are dope artists. Like Jamel Pierre, he's a singer and a rapper. Right. 13 just a straight singer. Like he'll kill it for you. So like when I go to him, I don't say, yo, let's make the same song that me and Jamel made. I mean, let's put your personality to it and let's go along with it. Right. Or let's brainstorm on something. And then, it just happened. So I did a lot of songs with people in New Haven, of course. People in Bridgeport. Hartford, I just did a song with somebody, his name Young Dre. New York, I got somebody out there right now. Like I told you, down south, a couple of people out there. One person I wanted to work with so far, it was somebody from Atlanta, but he's not a big name or anything like that. But you know, what I mean, he wanted to really get into it and stuff like that. And I think it's a good look for both of us. Because he one of those dudes down there. He'd be like, "Yo, what kind of car you want to drive today?" I'm like, "Damn." Told you when for my birthday, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, yo,
you
listen.
did say that. You said the dude had like
he said he got a dealer license at the dealer.
That's dope.
And he's like, "Yeah, I can get you whatever you want." I'm like, "All right." He's like, "Yo, what you want to drive?" He's like, "Just let me know." It's like, "Well, I was trying to find a bike."
Yeah.
The next day, he pulled up with a bike. He's like, "Yo, this for you." So, you know what I mean? I just like, you know what I mean, the connections he got too. And, you know, he's from down there. I'm from up here. So, you know what I mean? Ain't no telling what could happen.
Yeah, that's really dope. Do you think that, if you wasn't a rapper, that like, you would feel out of place? Like, do you feel like you were always destined to be a rapper? I know, deep question, but I gotta ask deep questions.
Yeah, no. To be honest, like, I don't consider myself a rapper. I consider myself an artist. You know, it don't just, like, if I wasn't a rapper today, shit, I'd probably be the person I'd probably be an A&R. Or I'd probably be the person in your session saying, nah, that ain't it. Or, yo, that is it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I criticize so hard.
Right.
I might even be the one that, you know what I mean, be making the beats or something like that, or recording and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, music is always going to be around. Yeah. Period. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, when he says criticize, I'm telling you, this dude literally let me record a song and then told me take that shit and throw it in the trash. And
I did. I did.
So he criticizes.
I'm an honest person. And the thing was, and I know it kind of hurt him. It hurt him a little bit. I heard it, yo, and don't cut this out. But
I'm not.
He said he was gonna pull up on me. I'm like, cool. So he pulled up at the studio. So he was like, yo, I got this song I want you to listen to. So I'm like, okay, listen to it. He's like, yo, honest opinion. I said, honest opinion? He's like, yeah, throw it in the trash. That ain't it. It wasn't it. It wasn't it. So, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to sit here, especially if you ask me, you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I mean? It's some of the songs that, you know what I mean? And this is what I'm telling you. You got to be around some people that's really going to give you the real deal.
Yeah.
Because,
no, it
you know
definitely helped me.
People
I'm not
be
gonna
putting
lie.
out some hot shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm glad I saved you on that one.
You did.
I said, nah.
I came back, I joined the Light Warriors. We dropped the album that was just like, shoo, and COVID happened. So now I gotta get more inspiration to create again.
Hey, like I told you, the songs that I don't want to release and I don't want nobody to hear be the songs. You know what I mean? It's this one song that I have. It's called "Don't Judge Me." I made this song after I got shot.
Damn, you
and,
got shot
4 times.
Oh wow!
And 2 different incidents.
Damn.
And this was in like 2006. I made this song maybe like 2008.
And you still haven't released it yet?
It's 2023 now.
Yeah.
I released it in 2022.
Got you. Okay.
But it was one of those songs that, you know what I mean, where I went detail to detail on, everything that I was going through at that point in time, and it was real personal.
Right.
But you want me to tell you, but that song helped me get through it. So I recorded it around that time, but I never released it or nothing. Like, I kept it. And every time I felt like I was going through something, I listened to it to show where I was at.
Nice.
To where I'm at right now. So
that's
and that be the music that people want to hear.
Would you say that that's like what keeps your mind right when you have an outlet like that?
Absolutely. Music.
Yeah.
And sometimes, what makes me want to make music, especially right now, but what makes me want to make music is because it's not a lot of relatable type of stuff for me out there. It may be something
it's a different
for you,
world, yeah,
or something for that person. But Like as far as like being relatable to like some of the stuff I feel like some of these artists ain't. I mean, everybody on some different stuff, and you know what I mean. That's why I just want to I want to express my words,
Right.
and I listen to my own stuff.
Right.
You get in my car, you listen to me. You listen to me. So you know what I mean. And then and if you're my close friend, you're gonna be getting the song every day. Yo, what you think about it? You're like, damn, it's 4:00 in the morning. So what? So what?
Yo,
You know what I mean? That's just how it
he
is.
consistent, bro. He'll tag you, make
That's
sure,
just how
bro.
it is. So my friends know. I mean, you know. When I send that song and you don't reply yet, I'm calling you. Hey, what's up? Did you get that? All right.
Yeah, I mean, like, but that's
Just making
good,
sure
though.
my connection was bad. Just making sure you got to pull that. Just making sure, I don't know if you got it. My connection bad. But my phone say deliver. My connection was bad, though. I
Don't
don't know
say
if you got
deliver,
it.
but
So,
gotta make sure.
Got to make sure you got that, player.
No, but that's
know?
that keeps you getting tuned. That keeps you getting stronger because
Absolutely.
you're not afraid to be hearing feedback and stuff like that.
No, you
And-
can't. Like
and-
it's one of the best things, and it makes you like imagine you just living your life every day and nobody telling you, hey, listen, you fucked up today,
Right.
Or I don't think that you did this well today, or I think you could have did this better. You'll be at the same level every day. You'll
Yep.
never get better.
Yep.
You'll never understand your flaws. You'll never know right from wrong because you think that every day that somebody don't tell you something that you're doing it right.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not cool.
And that's why I mentioned the ego
It's not
part.
cool.
Artists have to cut that ego part
That's
out.
that's like you being with people I won't. And people get this the wrong way as to people thinking that I'm arrogant and stuff like that. But it's certain types of people that you want to surround yourself with. Like if I want to surround myself with people that be like, yo, listen, I need to get the best out of you. Or you know what I mean, we need to have some positive vibes, or you know what I mean, people that's doing stuff and want to elevate to the next level. Because I constantly want to get to the next level. But when you surround yourself with people, it's not even surrounding yourself. But when I'm calling people that ain't doing shit with themselves to go hang, it's something wrong with me. You know what I mean? Not saying that I dislike anybody. You know what I mean, less than what I already like them. You know what I mean? I just it's no need for me to call you. You should be calling me. Just like one of my business partners, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, but he's showing me the right way. I don't expect for him to call me unless we talking about our business adventure that we got going on.
Right.
I need to call you. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's your week look like? You know what I mean? What makes you great?
Right.
You know what I mean? So and you know
It
what I mean?
definitely helps, bro. It keeps you
Oh,
focused
absolutely.
when you around
Absolutely.
people that are just as driven as you are.
You have to.
And it
Not even just as driven. That's
probably
you know what I mean?
higher driven.
Yeah,
too.
they,
yeah.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We think our thing is like sometimes like especially our color minorities period. Like I mean, I feel like we think simple minded. You know what I mean? Some people will look at a job saying, yo, listen, I make $30 an hour, right? But I only get 40 hours a week. Everything's a grind.
Yeah.
Then you look at people and, you know what I mean, you're saying, well, which job would you take? Would you take that $30 an hour and you get that 40 hours every week? Or would you take that $17.50 an hour and unlimited overtime?
Overtime pays good.
A weak person would say, yo, I want the $30 an hour because it pays me $30 an hour.
Yeah.
Not knowing what goes along with that. Now it's harder to get more raises.
Yeah, man.
And then once you start really making money, guess what? They cut you off because they want to put somebody else there. That's your consistent pay. That's your consistent, and you're fine with that. I can't. I can't.
Nah, you.
So now,
Yeah.
I know that my pay is 17.5, but I got unlimited OT. Well, you work a lot. Well, that's a grind. That's a grind.
Yeah.
It's a grind.
No. I mean,
So,
you got
you know
the
what I
point
mean?
there.
It's simple minded, and then it's the mind where you think bigger than what the situation is. I tell a lot of people that. I mean, you chasing a job, you know what I mean, that pays good, which is not bad. But, you know what I mean, it got to come with more. Maybe the difference is maybe you get bonuses. Okay, well, I mean, that's a start.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if none of that come with it, and you just getting paid $30 an hour, then that's simple-minded.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep growing somewhere. You got to keep, getting more, because especially in a market where there's mad inflation,
Absolutely.
that shit, like people talking about the food prices went down. I don't see that. Like that, I don't see
Word.
that. I'm like, where?
Word.
I'm like, who told you that? Don't
Word.
say that. Like you gotta. That's just the way that we are, and I'm definitely an opponent of that, like of criticizing the system, but also noticing that I have to move with the way the system is going until change does fucking happen. Because if I don't, I'm gonna be broke, and I don't like being broke. I don't like struggling and stuff like that. I detest that. Like I saw my parents do it. And they was able to raise us while we was growing off of government cheese up in Bridgeport, pistol waving Bridgeport and all that stuff like that. So if they can do it and they're buying a new house soon and stuff, they're grinding still to this day, and they don't have to worry about feeding us. So I feel like the reward of learning from them would show me that I need to be just as focused as they were and stuff like that. My dad's a pastor and stuff like that. He finally got his church. You know what I mean? He never had his church.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? So
That's beautiful.
yeah, like you definitely got me. You got me over here sharing and shit.
Hey, you know what I mean? But it's true. It's true.
But that's what you put in your music
true.
too. Like that's what
It is.
like that's why I wanted to bring you on, because like I listen to your shit, and I don't put you in a category because you don't really have one. You have the means to do all different types of things and still be lyrical and stuff like that.
Exactly. And I just
I think
it
that's
just
the
gotta
future.
It just got to make sense.
Right.
It got to make sense. So one song that I do urge you to listen to.
Right.
It's one of my favorites.
Right
It's
down.
Legacy.
All right.
Legacy it's number one. Huh. It's number one. And and it's crazy because it give you that. It don't give you a church type of feel, but it's like one of those real, like, you got the bells in the background, you got like the humming of a choir in the background, and I feel like it's one of the hardest songs that I made, lyrical wise too. You know what I mean? It shows you both ends, like everybody want to be a kingpin, but what happened when the kingpin fall off?
Yeah. I mean, look at Chicago. They got rid of all the OGs and no one's controlling them and all that stuff like that. And now you got what you got over there. You know what I mean?
And it's nothing wrong because I mean we all did what we did in the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I mean it becomes to a time where what now?
Yeah, that's deep. What now? And would you say this is a thing on learning how to rebrand yourself, how to take failures and repivot instead of letting the failures destroy you?
That's one of the biggest things that I'm gonna share a little short story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Me and one of my
time.
close friends. I got a lot of close friends. I sound like Donald Trump right there. But I got a lot of close friends. But one of my friends, we was working at a job. We was convicted felons, you know what I mean? But, we was managers. And we felt like we needed it. So like, I mean, we didn't think that we could get anything else because we got felonies on our record, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shooting charges, gun charges, stuff like that. And don't nobody want to hire you for that. So, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're looking at it as like, I did 17 years here. You know what I mean? Working at this spot. And I'm talking about a spot where I ain't gonna say that because, I don't have no, type of disrespect towards them, nothing. Like, you know what I mean? We grown here. And I ain't bashing anybody.
Right.
But I've been there for like 17 years. My first job. I mean, they helped me out at times, like, because I was working there and then I got locked up. I came home and I went back there.
Nice.
And they gave me that job back with open arms. So, you know, I would never bash them. So, but minus the things that I seen where it was people in there that gave you they all, supervisors, and they was in the hospital and you was about to cut their job off because they was in the hospital for so long. You know what I mean? To the point where, like, you know, you come to the job and they disrespect you and stuff like that. And we sat there and we used to eat this.
Right.
You know what I mean? We ate it because, you know, we got families.
Right.
You know what I mean? We know, hey, we know that it's hard to get a job with a felony. But it was just one day. I was on YouTube. I was just surfing it. I was going through my music. Listening to it. Then other stuff was coming up. And then there was just one video that came up. It was crazy because I believe one of my hashtags had pulled it up. So it was like an autoplay. And it came in and the dude was like, yo, don't ever be scared to start all over. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm going through something today. Let me listen to see what he got to say. And I listened to it and it was like, yo, people work a bullshit ass job from 16 to 65 when you're supposed to retire. And that's the majority of your life.
Right.
And you wake up and you go to that bullshit ass job every day, stressing yourself out. That's the majority of your life.
Right.
That you kissing ass.
Right.
When you could just say, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I know I got bills and all this other stuff. That's going to help my grind more. But wake up and say, hey, listen, I just want to start all over. Yeah. And that's what I did. I ended up walking away.
After 17 years. But, yo, it worked out.
The thing was, you know, it's kind of like, you know what I mean, I stuck that in my head to the point where it was like, yo, listen, you can't get anything else. But when I listened to that video, I started gaining more value in myself. I was like, oh, wait a minute here. Come on now. I used to sell drugs. You know what I mean? And I thought that was it. And then I came in here and I made a career out of here and I thought this was it.
Right.
Nah, it's too much out there.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's hard to break out of that because, you know, it's a lot of people that still go through that.
Oh God, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's the hardest thing in the world.
You got to trust it.
Yeah, and
trust it.
Consistency.
Trust it.
Like I would say, for instance, man, like when COVID happened, this podcast never existed. When COVID happened, I lost a third income, my music, because we were gigging all over the place. You know what I mean? And
we were supposed to do some live music too, but we ain't going to talk about that. We ain't going to talk about that. But all right. You know, but I'm listening. See how you do me?
Nah. There was a lot. There was a lot in that, man. Oh, you talking about the time when we were supposed to?
Yeah, now he remember. Yeah,
I remember that
out either.
Dude, I was down. There was a decision that was made as the band. It was like, I don't know, because it's too far, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, we play in New York. But anyway, I'm like, you giving me too far. We play in New York, and you don't want to go to fucking Naugatuck. Come on now. Like, there was a lot. There was a lot of yes and then there was like, no, I don't think, stuff like that. And then I was like, man, I gotta drop this. But nah, it was like, dude, I was like, dude, I'm losing money right now. And it's COVID, bro. It's COVID. I'm losing money. What I gotta do? What can I do? I can't just be going to work and then coming home and doing nothing. I'm like, that's just not how my brain is. It's like, what is my goals? What's my endeavors? I had to write things down. Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta write down exactly what is it that you want and what is it that you want to do. Cameras came up. Podcasts came up. And I'm like, podcasts. I do talk a lot. I mean, shit. I'm political as fuck.
I agree.
Like, I talk about a lot of shit. I'm always posting. Why not make content? Why not?
Absolutely.
And for people that podcast that think that you're going to get there overnight with like success and all this nonsense, even Joe Rogan, who we call the Podfather now, he just got big. The dude been doing it for how long? And nobody cared about his podcast for how long? He's now doing it. He's now on top. They say he might be a fucking billionaire with this new Spotify deal. If he makes the deal with Spotify again. They say he might. Because he's just that top notch. And so I see that.
That's big time.
Yeah, and I'm like, this sky's the limits for this. I this is something I know how to do. You know what I mean? I went to school for performing arts and stuff like that. I learned how to do video editing and stuff like that. Use the tools that I have. That's what I learned when I wrote that down. So failure is never an option if you don't see it that way. I see it as learning. You know, when I ran a nonprofit, that was a failure. It didn't work out because we spent too much money helping people, which is good, which was a good thing. We didn't keep it in our pockets. We just couldn't last. We couldn't survive out of the COVID. So, you know, government cheese, whatever you got to do, follow your dream and don't let your dream, don't fear that your dream can pivot and change. Because I'm still doing music, but I found a new dream that birthed from because I couldn't do music as much. And that I see that as a blessing. You feel me? Like,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you know what I mean?
Because, you know what I mean? Like, if you can wake up today, right, and you can go do what you like to do,
Yeah.
you won. I don't care how you look at it, but you won.
Right.
Because some people, like, when I mention, like, going to that shitty job, that ain't what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's the majority of your day.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I applaud you for, you know what I mean, for keep chasing and still following up with doing the things that you went to school for.
Yeah, man.
How many people you know that go to school for something and do that?
Not really. Not really. Especially in this market. You got motherfuckers with master degrees trying to get a job at McDonald's now. That's
Exactly.
how effed up it is. Like,
Exactly.
and then they tell them that you overqualified. That gives me a pet peeve that y'all be telling people that.
You know, and probably because they look at it like, yo, listen, working here for you, you're going to come here, you're going to work, and then I can't treat you the way that I can treat somebody that don't have the qualifications.
Yeah. Right.
So it's kind of like, you know what I mean, somebody trying to tell you something and let them mess up a word or something like that, and you know what you're talking about. Oh, that ain't how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go like this and this and that. You know what I mean? I got a master's degree. So,
like,
you know what I mean?
You're like, oh, God, here you go.
It could be like that.
Tell me how I
you
do
know what
my job. I'm a boss, bro. Go over there, clean that. But nah, it is like that now. It's topsy turvy. You know what I mean? And my mom and dad, you know, they in that other generation. They don't. And my girl parents, I don't think they really see that how different it is now. It's just, you know, it's a lot more harder, but you could get out of it if you just stay focused on what you're doing and stuff like that. Like, I never thought I'll be physically sponsored by New Haven fucking Arts Council of all entities. It's just I didn't see that happening when I first started this podcast. I didn't see that happen. And then 2 years later, here we are getting funding and stuff like that. So it's like, it's
only getting bigger.
Yeah, right. The progress, as long as you stay consistent, it keeps coming. You got to keep going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because, like, as far as like music wise, I haven't been dropping anything lately. You know what I mean? I dropped one song on my birthday that I recorded in Atlanta. I dropped it out there. We went out there. You know, they played it in the club. You know, they let me host it. It was nice. It was like, you know, they showed me, my people that I went down there with showed me a great time. And you never actually know exactly how many people, you know what I mean, really mess with you. You know what I mean? As far as the things that you like to do, like when I just dropped this little project on all streaming sites, I didn't expect to get the feedback that I did like the first day. Like the first day, like I ended up getting like, you know what I mean, like 1,200 downloads. So I'm like, damn, like I don't even believe I told 1,200 people.
Right?
I don't even, and you know, some people probably get 5,000, 10,000. You know what I mean, but 1,200. The first day, without, you know what I mean, without doing as much as I wanted to do, because my process, I wanted to go around Connecticut, like New York, Philly, and stuff like that, and you know, I wanted to like print out scan cards and start handing them out so they could just scan it and they could download it from there. And I wanted to do that, but like I wake up, I'm like, dang, 1,200. I'm like, that's kind of big for me.
Yeah, it got you motivated. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, this ain't. If I knew that, I would have waited. I would have dropped my other stuff that I got going on.
Yeah,
But you know,
and you know, Connecticut is so
like-
weird. Connecticut,
like,
they love
okay.
cover bands around here. You know what I mean? They love
I
that.
had got the most DMs to people talking about, yo, we need to work.
Nice,
We need to work.
dude. That's
We need
dope.
to work. Let's work. Let's work. We need to work.
Dope.
So
Yeah, it's like
I
how
feel
you
like
mean shit.
and like I told you, like I'm one of the biggest critics.
yeah,
One of the biggest critics. But the project I got right now, I love it. I love the way that I structured it. You know what I mean? It's really dope, but it's the beginning of something good. So
yeah, that's dope.
definitely go download that.
Yeah.
Antisocial. You heard?
Antisocial. Go get that.
And then
I'm gonna
once
make
y'all
sure I
listen
have
to
the
it-
link in the description and
Once
everything.
y'all listen to it, make sure y'all DM me on IG and give me y'all rating for it.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. I have my boy, you know what I mean, sing y'all something. He's rich.
I can't say.
Wait, this guy is rich.
I'm rich. I don't got Graham's money. I tell you that.
This guy's fronting. This guy's fronting.
I'm conservative to my own. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I left my debit card at the crib, bro. I'm kind of mad about that because I was like, I'm about to go grab something, and I'm like, oh wait, can't. Gotta go straight home. That's called discipline, by
That's a
the way.
good thing. That's a good thing.
Right?
Not me. I brought my debit card so I could go buy something. Nah.
You gotta discipline yourself, man.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
I feel like self-indulgence. That's why I love the Muslim brothers. I'm like, the Muslim brothers, when I be vibing with my niggas, like, they teach me a lot about, like, being balanced and being in control and aware and not letting too much of a good thing control your mind. Like, dropping that, taking away that addicted personality and stuff like that, basically. I think everyone should have some type of, like, structure like that in order to succeed in life, because without it,
I'm glad you're saying that. I'm glad you're hitting that topic. Go ahead.
right, we're humans of habit. You feel me? Like, we're creatures of habit, basically what I'm saying. And I think that can give us self-destruction so much more quicker if we learn to control the nature of being a creature of habit, basically, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I could counter that.
Yeah.
But when you look at that creature of habit, you think of yourself, how can you change the negative and bring it to a positive? Well, if I'm going to be that creature of habit, let it be a good habit. Let it be goals. You know, us as
goals,
minorities, blacks, Hispanics, whatever your race is.
All the non-whites.
I didn't want to say that part. I didn't say that part. He said that. I didn't say that. Right? But we don't set no goals. We don't set no goals, and then when we do set goals, we intend to let people talk us out of it. Like, yo, it's okay if you don't hit that goal.
Yeah.
Who are you to tell me it's okay to not hit my goal?
Yeah.
And who are you to tell yourself that you shouldn't be setting no goals?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
So
agree, yeah.
so if you're gonna have a habit in setting goals. But I feel like, you know what I mean, when people start setting goals, sometimes it'd be way too high. Then you just say, yo, you know what? I can't hit these goals. Maybe you should start hitting something, something light, and then start going to the big stuff. But
Right.
I feel like if we start concentrating on making goals and stuff like that, and finding ways to monitor it, for the progress, then maybe, everybody would be somewhere.
Yeah.
At least something to have
agree.
something going.
Yeah, I mean, because if you make goals, like he's talking about you're talking about goals and as in making goals to get to your biggest goal.
Exactly.
Like steps. You know what I mean? Not
exactly.
just
And that's just being a creature of a good habit.
right.
I mean, have a good habit at least if you you know what I mean. But don't let's not, you know what I mean, think about, you know what I mean.
I put habit in the negative term, but it can
Exactly.
also be reversed. As,
It could.
Yeah, definitely.
It could.
Yeah, because you know, I think the issue is that we don't have enough of these type of like. I mean, when you look at white schools, they have like, they have like budget class and shit like that. They got like cooking classes and shit like that. You look at our schools, they be taking them programs away, bro. So it's like we gotta teach that into our people outside.
I think it's like I think it's, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but
hey, look, we all
I think it's that, you know what I mean. In those type of schools, I mean, they look at, all right, well, we gotta get budget cuts. So now, what classes can we cut? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We need math.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe we could take history out. They don't need to know history. They can Google it. You know what I mean? But we'll save X amount of dollars by doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I know we got, you know, cooking curriculum programs and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But people don't cook no more. They go to fast food. Let's just take that out.
Right.
And they save money.
You got.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, but it's not cool if y'all doing that like that, bro.
But
you gotta teach these kids.
I could be 100. I could be 100% wrong.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. When you go to budgeting, and it seemed like it. All right, well, you know, they took a whole class out.
Yeah, man.
So what did they do with that class?
Right.
How much money did they save from that class?
Yeah. Yo, we the way that schooling is, bro, it's so interesting. But you know, we need to like figure out, because I feel like if we get like they got the Q house up and stuff like that, like we got it, like kids, like if you give them an outlet, like say podcasting, you know, teach them how to podcast, give them something, bro. Like get rapping, teach them how to produce, how to be an engineer, how to make the beat. You know, GarageBand. You know, my mom, she sent me to a white school in high school. My junior year all the way to my senior, I started going to Trumbull at RCA, which is a regional center of the art school. And let me tell you something, bro. Like, I was getting in so much trouble before I went to that school. I was fighting, all that shit. Dude, I go to that school, man. I don't be outside like that no more, man. I just be like going to school, staying, doing plays, doing photography projects, all types of stuff. And I'm just like sitting here looking at my friends. I'm jealous of them because they out at the parties with the girls and stuff. Yeah. And my mom like, no, you getting structured right now. These are tools you gonna learn for later on. Stuff like that.
That's great.
Yeah, but
that's
you
great.
know, that school wasn't public. That school was funded by private entities. So it's like the public schools, it's like I can't only imagine what these kids could get down out of public schools now.
Let me tell you this. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's crazy because I've been through public schools. You know what I mean? And I had my share of fun. You know, I still have my little share of fun here and there and stuff like that. But it's coming to that point in time where, you know, I want to do stuff like that, plays and stuff like that. Well, you know, if I was thinking about doing plays around that time, I'd probably be in movies right now.
I mean, yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're charismatic as hell. You definitely have the it factor.
So I wish I took those steps, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of people would have wished that too, but you know what I mean?
You got what you got. Yeah. Yeah. You got what you got.
Yeah, fuck me. Fuck me. Put me, can I say fuck?
Yeah, bro, we raw. I don't cut out which is why I'm so shocked that shouts out to the New Haven Arts Center, because they know that I be cussing. So I'm like, you know, hey, I'm down with it. They know.
I mean, I'm sorry.
We wrong.
I'm sorry, but shit, I wanted to do a play. But actually, I did a couple plays. I got into like doing some modeling stuff. You know, wrong reasons. I had, you know. Seriously though, but you know, I'm glad, like, you know, through my time, you know, I found different ways to, you know, to keep myself busy.
Right.
But everybody not gonna have that same type of mindset.
Yeah.
You know
I really wish that it was easier for kids to have access.
But
to
you know,
stuff like that.
it start off with with you. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, you came from that type of source, and you had those resources to put you in those type of places. Now, what you gonna do with it?
Right. Yeah. You know, maybe I could.
I think
start
it got to be a whole lot more unity with
Right.
us. You know what I mean? If we want to make our environment and our community better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Stop leaving the hood. Make it better.
if you can lead the hood, lead the hood. Lead the hood.
Look, I'm with both. Anyway,
you can always do something good
outside.
outside for your community.
Right.
Like for your hood, you can do something for your hood outside.
Yeah, you
You
could.
know what I mean?
You could.
You can do many different things. You know what I mean? But it's
I
good.
just wanna shame
it's
you.
good when it's not saying that you're turning your back on the hood or anything like that. But you know what I mean? You want to see you got to see different things.
Yeah, man, you do, and you know
It's
security.
so much to life.
Yeah,
It ain't just New Haven.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So
We were just talking about that. We got a few minutes left. You know what I mean? We're about to wrap this up, but we were just
Motherfucker trying to
talking
kick
about
me
that. We was talking about how like there's so much out there in life and stuff like that, and I was telling him like when as far as traveling, I've only been to like DC, ATL, Tennessee, all East Coast.
What?
All East Coast side. I only been around there. I have never left the East Coast. What?
Go ahead, man.
I'm just saying. I'm like, there's so much more out there that I want to see. When I saw the Appalachian Mountains, bro. Shouts out to all the poor whites in the Appalachian Mountains, by the way. I see y'all grinding out there. Y'all need to start voting for people that actually care about you being a working class man, by the way. But I digress. These mountains are beautiful, bro.
Well,
These mountains are.
Before you go further, don't vote for Biden. All right, so
I endorse this.
I hear what he talking about, but don't vote for Biden.
I endorse this.
That man is terrible. Falling asleep. Trump making an ass out of him. That's funny though.
That's funny as hell, yeah.
But yeah, what you were saying?
But yeah, the smoking though, the mountains, bro. I mean, we got to see just like so much beauty. Like there's this driving part of the mountains where you could just go all the way around. You see bears all out, you see moose out, stuff like that. It was absolutely just amazing. And I'm sitting here in this car with my girl just thinking like to myself, like, bro, we need to start doing more of this.
You have to.
All I see is, because I live downtown in New Haven, and all I see is just light pollution all the time now. I'm not really used to that, because even though I grew up in the hood in Bridgeport, but we was like literally like in the outskirts on the hill where we was able to like to see all of Bridgeport and stuff. Like there was land, you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was just condensed and stuff like that. There was land. I was able to jog around. Living on Exit 8, I was able to jog around. Exit 8 got those wildlife reservations out there. What is it called? National Park. It's a small park though. It's not like big national park. You don't have that downtown New Haven. And I'm starting to miss that. I'm starting to miss seeing the goddamn moon and the damn stars outside my window. You feel me? Like, so it's like
All you see is a
amazing.
building.
Yeah, that's all I see. All I see is St. Ray's.
Well, good job. You're spending like $2,500 to stay in downtown New Haven to see a building when you open your window.
Right?
Good job,
That's
buddy.
how much they charge you, bro. They charge you an arm and a leg.
Nice.
Dude, they went up $100 on my rent.
You should have told him, well, can you move that building over? Can you make a new window over here? $2,500 for a bad view,
$2,500.
man. I can't do that.
right.
Nah.
All I see is because we have like a skylight, because it's like a building that used to be like a hotel. They just refurbished everything and shit like that, like a hotel from back in the day.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we just have like a skylight, and I see the clouds, but then when the light pollution hit, bro, I don't be seeing it. I had to get the Star app. You know the Star app?
Yeah.
Just so I could see
Okay.
shit.
Now the skylight. I don't like that. I got them in my home too.
You got one? Yeah.
But when that sun hit,
Yeah.
man, that's terrible.
And then you want to dim it because it be too bright. It just lights up everything, and I'm
Yeah,
just like,
but because like my ceiling's like really high like this, so But what I did do is one of the best things. You know, I had got a tenant, so I put the tent up there. So when it's really sunny out, not that much sun come out like that because
nice.
it became to the point where you can't see the TV.
Yeah,
You can't it's that bad.
that's what we're dealing
But
with.
but what I do love about it is because I can open the window up, so you could then a nice little breeze come in like on a night like tonight or something like that. You know?
Yeah, man.
So-
Yeah. So, what's the name of the new project that's out right now on all platforms?
This
Mixtape,
fool
right?
forgot already.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm
I just,
kidding.
I just missed the name.
Antisocial. You know what I mean?
Antisocial, man.
Antisocial.
Go get that. Like, share. He said DM. Let him know how you
Tony
feel about the
Grams
project.
_, and that's with a Z.
Yeah, man.
Not an S.
What's next for you, bro? While we about to wrap up, what's next? What you think? What you want to do? Yeah, first of all, what you got next?
Well, I'm about to have some more visuals in the next couple weeks. I plan to have at least like 3 new videos that I'm gonna drop. You know, video by video. I might drop 1 video, and it's gonna come from the project. So gonna have 3 different types of visuals that you'll see to go along with the project.
Word.
So that's gonna be the next step. I actually got a couple other podcasts.
Nice.
interviews. I got a online radio interview
Word.
in January 2nd.
Word.
So I mean, you know, every day something pop up. You know,
Is Ugly Radio still around, by the way?
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I noticed. I haven't seen much from them in a while. But that's another sidebar
Yeah,
anyway. That got nothing to do with
I
anything.
had to edit that.
Well, Tony, bro, I want to thank you for coming on to the Jabari Vok podcast. This is actually the first in-person interview, and let me tell you, the only reason why I'm able to do all this stuff is because of the support. Even if it's like, well, I be telling people, like, you don't have to have thousands of people. You just got to have a squad. And the squad, the people that always been with me, you know, giving me these views and giving me, like, donations and all that stuff, man, you guys are the reasons why. You know what I mean? You are the reasons why I am here talking to this man in person, in color, because of the support. And I cannot tell you how much grateful I am about that. And I also want to thank the New Haven Arts Council once again for seeing how driven I am trying to also bring this type of content to the community, because this is what it's all about. I want to show how our community just got mad great people. That's what I'm trying to show. So you're going to be seeing more interviews like this of people that's doing things and getting things done, especially on the music scene. And you're going to be hearing more content like this. It still doesn't mean that the politics stuff is going to be put on pause. TikTok is the best part for that. So definitely, if you want to see it on TikTok, go ahead. But this is what was been my main focus for a while now, and I'm finally executing it. So I'm very, very happy to be able to do this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, my
Yeah,
brother.
I tell you, this guy, man, he was part of the inspiration journey, man. I learned a lot from fucking working with him and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
I'm glad we was able to do this because it means a lot.
Come on now, you know I'm only a phone call or
Right.
I mean, I'm pulling up. I mean, I ain't tell you I was busy. I was actually busy today, but you know what I mean? But you know what I mean, I got to pull up for my guy. So you know,
Word.
at the end of the day, you know what I mean, your brand, you know what I mean, I'm proud of you, man. Like
Thank you,
this,
bro.
This is big.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
This is big. Thank you for having me once again.
Hell
And,
yeah. And I'd love to have you back too in the
Antisocial.
future. The Antisocial coming out.
Antisocial.
Yeah, it was already out. It's out all platforms.
It's out.
So don't forget, like, share,
Antisocial.
subscribe. Link in the bio.
DM
Comment.
me.
DM
And let
him.
me know what you think.
He really wants to know what you guys think about his project Antisocial. He really does. So don't be shy. My boy, he always replies too, so he not gonna ignore you.
That's your word, though. That's your word, though. Actually, you know, what I want to do is,
Right.
I want to come up with this little contest where I pick one of my songs, and the best person that can lip sing, I want to give them a prize. So, I'm sending you a video detailing everything, and you know, share it on your podcast. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, word.
Okay?
No problem. No problem.
Be something nice.
Hell yeah, bro.
Be something to give back.
Yeah.
You know, so
The
let's
fans
get it
love
done.
that. People, artists that do that, they get a lot of good feedback off of contests and stuff like that. Fans love doing that. Give them a reason to shake their body on camera and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Give them a reason to express themselves and stuff like that. Very important. Very important. So I encourage people, you know what I mean? Keep a lookout for my dude Contest and everything. Keep a lookout for his music, Antisocial. And we out. Thank you so much. Boom, boom. I don't want to. One thing I hate is trying up somebody's equipment.
Blank period, yeah. On my black, brown, and indigenous. Gotta holler if you really feeling this. Gotta holler if you really real enough. Other rappers is delirious. Yeah, it's really that serious. Better holler if you really feeling me. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna live in abundance. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna. I gotta keep it 100. We gotta stop all the stunting. You know we coming from nothing. Yo, you talking about money, you bluffing. We gotta do something different. We gotta change how we living. We gotta do better for women. We gotta do better for children. We gotta listen to victims, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter your religion. You gotta stand against the system, or else you just another villain. How you just sitting there chilling?